Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and today I am here making some more goodies for my Dear Julie July Just Junk Journal Challenge. And yesterday, after I stopped recording, I went ahead and made my one privacy envelope item. I just made a simple pocket, used the Distress Oxides again. I was really out of the privacy envelopes for the most part. This one I had, but it had been torn along this edge. So I just cut the flap and torn part off. I trimmed this end off and I trimmed the bottom end off. Then I folded the bottom up, cut a little slit, and ended up making a pocket here, and of course the larger pocket. Sewed around it, and that's, for now at least, that's all I'm doing with that, keeping it very simple. I may add a few more embellishments as I go along, but for now I'm calling the item made. But I do want, I'm going to want to fill the pockets, and so the next item on my list is 3 items using napkin that I need to make. So I've got this, and let me show you if I still have the goodies. I had this box of Butterball turkey burgers, and I just went through and I peeled that label off, which left me with a sturdier piece of paper than either a book page or something like that. So it helped reduce some of the thickness, but it's not so thin. It's not thin like a piece of copy paper or book page. So that's what I used for this. And I just put some of my copy dyed printer paper on the back and covered the front with book page. And what I think I want to do, I'm going to tear that off. I think the first thing I want to do and get started is I want to put this down. And I'm going to, using this water pen, which will count as one of my 5 items. So now I'm up to 2 between my stamp block and my water pen. I'm up to 2 items. So I'm just going to go around and wet this. I'm leaving some of where the words are. Oh, actually, we're allowed a paintbrush of some sort, so maybe I won't need to count this as one of my 5. Woohoo! So unless I decide I need another paintbrush of some sort, which I don't think I will. So I don't have to count that as one of my 5. Yay! Okay. Now I've already kind of measured because I want as much of this in the window as I can get. So I can move that up a hair shade. Okay, that's about, I think, where I'm going to want my napkin to be. So I've got my Mod Podge water mix here. And I'm just going to use my finger. Remember, we're allowed to use any type of glue. So that's not a problem at all. Okay. Need to get more down lower. Just kind of tap that down. It's been a long time since I've not just grabbed my Mod Podge brush and used it, but this is working just fine. But I wanted to go ahead and get this part done. So it can be set aside and dry. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. And while that's drying, oh, here it is. Okay, I've got another piece of coffee dyed paper that somewhere I need to be careful because is that it? Somewhere it was torn a little bit. I want to make a couple of corner tucks, but I just want to make them torn tucks, basically. Okay, so nothing hard about that, or nothing difficult about that. Okay, so now what do I want to do? I actually think what I want to try to do is I want to try to get some of these yellow let's see, yeah, some of these yellow flowers. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing with these little guys. There's a fly that is not welcome here. And now I can set that one aside to dry. So again, very simply. So now 2 of my 3 napkin elements are well on their way. Obviously the card to go in this envelope, I'll need to do more to when it's done drying. All right. So the other one, I'm going to make a belly band, and I'd already cut out, or not cut out, I decoupaged a piece of the napkin onto, again, the coffee dyed, and then just tore around the napkin after it was dry, and I put a little bit of distress ink around it. Here I've got part of the calendar that I've used, and I covered it with some of that green masking paper. And I had gone ahead and done this so that so I could work on it while some of this other stuff is drying. And I think, I don't know if I already said it, this is going to be a belly band. And I think I'm just going to again keep that pretty simple. And snip that there. Cut that. That way I've got the frayed edges. Kind of like that because the edges of this will hang over. The question is, do I need something? Let's stamp a couple of flowers. There we go. Yeah, that adds a little more texture. Okay. So now I actually kind of like that. Okay, pull out my Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to put my Fabri-Tac down. The other thing I meant to tell everybody is, okay, so we've got a cardinal. Actually, we've had several nests in our yard this year. We had, well, not several. Well, we had 2 robin's nests, and we had a dove's nest. And I do believe the babies from all the nests have now left. But we've got this cardinal that it's a male cardinal, and I think it's actually nested in our next door neighbor's tree, but it has taken to our shed. And on our shed, we have a little solar panel that charges the light that is inside our shed. And the side of the solar panel that faces our window is just matte black in color, but the other side has a reflective surface to it. And the cardinal has become very taken with looking at himself in the reflection. And it is so funny to watch. He's just, at first we thought, cardinals can be kind of aggressive, and we thought, okay, does he think it's a threat? But it doesn't seem to be attacking its reflection. In fact, one day it brought up some food to the reflection. And that really surprised and tickled us. And he's out there at his reflection most days for a good bit of the day. And it has just been so funny to watch him. Okay. So that will be my belly band. Again, very simple. But I think it looks pretty cute. Now I will sew around the edges on this. But then that'll go in as a belly band. So I kind of like that. I'm actually pretty pleased with that one. Okay. So the others I need to let dry for a little longer. They're still a bit tacky. So I'm going to pause the video, let them dry for a bit longer, and then I'll be back and we'll finish this. Okay, I'm back and everything's dry. I realized when I paused the video to let everything dry that it was getting kind of long. So I went ahead and finished everything up. All I did for my torn corner tucks is I just distressed a little around the edges. I don't plan to do a lot of distressing on this, but these seem to need a little something. So there's my corner tucks. On the belly band, I just sewed around the edge and it's ready to go. For the tag, I ended up adding a little bit of that green masking paper at the top and at the bottom. I cut out a couple of the flowers from my garment fabric, my lacy garment fabric, glued there and there, sewed around it, punched a hole, added a little fabric pull attached with a couple of staples. So that's it. There's my 3 napkin items along with the privacy envelope that I've at least started. I just don't know what I want to do with it yet, and I may not know what I want to do with it. I know this tag will go into it, unless of course I change my mind. But until I know what I'm going to add to these other pockets and stuff, I may not know for certain what else I want to give it. So that's the end of this video. I believe next we have 3 items using magazine, which the magazine I've got, I'm thinking maybe all butterflies. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so that's it for now. Everybody, please be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.